What do you call a cheap circumcision?
I don't know, man.
A rip-off. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on air. How'd you like them apples?
That was a good one.
That's a horrible imagery on that one.
There was.
Ouch.
We've started off with some very crude jokes the last few weeks.
Yeah, I've been in a bit of a crude mood. I've just sort of stopped giving a fuck about anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like lockdown does have that effect.
It does. I'm fucking... Let's go on a fucking little rant, shall we? About how the...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
man.
let's go for it.
Why not? Yeah.
Just about...
It's a Sunday.
Sunday is the rant day. Also, do you say rant or rant?
Rant. It's a rant.
Because rant sounds well posh to me.
It's rant. It's like scone or scone.
I was about to say that, yeah, scone or scone. I say
thing.
scone.
I say scone.
Is that not
the Queen's
posh?
English?
Yeah, that's the posh.
It's the Queen's English. You know,
little
you call it posh. I call it heritage. It's depends on.
You fucking private school boy.
I can't confirm this isn't true.
No,
okay.
we went to the same school. I just didn't
Anyway.
listen. Anyway, yeah, about just the world in general. I just wanted to talk about how fucking sensitive everything is. I don't know why. Everything is so sensitive.
Well, go talk about it.
I don't even know what I want to say.
That was it. You just wanted to say it was
wanted
sensitive.
to bitch about it. No, I don't know. I like making jokes, and risky jokes are funny jokes, I think. Like anything Ricky Gervais says is fucking funny because they're half of it is because it's risky. And a lot of people are trying to cancel comedians and stuff because of how because they say these like very towing the line sort of jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of their job, to be honest. Like it's not. Have you ever seen a comedian that just toes the line just completely? Like they're rarely funny.
Rarely funny.
Yeah, I mean, you've got James Acaster. He toes the line pretty well.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That's about it. Michael McIntyre, you're not looking at much else, you know?
Exactly, yeah. You've got to sort of make people go, oh, holy shit. That was bad for you to be funny, I think. That's
Frankie
why
Ball made a career off it, you know?
Yeah, that's why playing Quiplash that is fucking funny when you're in a group of mates who just have no boundaries at all. Because you could be so mean to each other.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you know, when people get offended by shit, that's them feeling a certain way and projecting it onto you. Yeah. Obviously, you've said something that may be deemed, out of line. But when they're like, oh, I'm offended by that, what they're really saying is, oh, that's triggered an emotion in me that's made me angry.
Exactly. And it's like, yeah, there's some things you can't say to the average person. But I don't know, like, as long as you joke about the right thing, then like, someone tweeted, this is a very fucking tricky subject. Someone tweeted saying, rape jokes are never funny and never will be funny, right?
Yeah.
And I get what they're saying. Joking about someone getting raped isn't funny.
Yeah.
But then there's, like, something Ricky Gervais said in, I think it was his Humanity tour. He said that if you're joking about the subject... No, you're not joking about the person getting raped, but you're joking about the raper, rapist. Then it is funny because you're joking about the right part of it instead of, like, laughing about what someone said. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. David Mitchell made this exact same point with people going to Madame Tussauds, going up to Hitler's statue and like Hitler saluting.
Yeah,
they're taking a piss out of him. That's what they're doing. They're not joining the Nazi party.
Exactly.
There's a very clear, distinct difference in intention. Like,
yeah.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. If your intention is to do something horrific, then you know what I mean. Like you deserve everything that comes your way. But
But do you think that it's because over the past couple of years, it's got everything has got really sensitive and PC and everything like that? Hasn't it?
Like at the same time, right? It depends on the person. Like some people who go through traumatic events, like rape, like their loved ones dying, things like that. They deal with it through humor. Some people, and some people like it actually just triggers lots of bad emotions for them. Definitely. So it's like there's different people react in different ways, and like I feel at the moment everyone's just getting lumped into one.
Yeah, it's true, and I think that's because the way. So this has been a well deep way to start the fucking podcast. I think because of the way social media has gone, like you feel like you can't. You've sort of got to follow the same thinking or the same thought process as everyone else to fit in social media. So like that's why everything is so PC now, because then that just doesn't offend anybody at all, and everyone thinks that's the right way to think and everything.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? It's like everyone's mind has become one mind.
Yeah,
I always see it like that. And the way social media is structured, so that if you say certain things, people will like it because they share that mindset, and the more likes you get on it, the more likely you are to repeat that behavior.
Yes. And
that ideology. And it's not necessarily because you believe in it, but it's because you know that that's what's going to give you the most affection from randomers online.
Yeah. Do you think it's going the other way now, though? I think, like, recently, I don't know whether it's because of this last year has just been so shit and everyone's realised, like, life's too short just to be fucking triggered all the time. Like I feel like it's going the other way again, and people are starting to ease off the PC culture a bit now.
Oh, definitely, man. I think it's like it's our generation and the generation above that we're just nightmare with it.
Yeah.
And now the new ones coming through, like the kids are like 18 now, and they just seem like a different breed, man. These kids that have been raised by the internet, they just seem like a different breed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can tell even just from like these memes that are coming out at the moment, you're like, wow, dude, they're on some other shit.
Definitely. I feel like the younger generation are going to be like fucking like tough as nails because they've been raised by the internet. Like we were obviously raised by it a certain way. Yeah. But like only from what age do you reckon social media came about? Like for us properly, it was probably like 14.
13.
Yeah, 13, 14. Yeah. Like, because before that it was just Facebook and MSN and shit, so that doesn't really count. But like proper social media, so we still had a childhood without it. But these kids are being raised having seen so much shit on the internet. Like they must be tough.
Yeah, not only that, but like we weren't raised. They're raised with social media, which is, I know that's what you're saying, but like what that means is the fact that their entire social interaction has been different from a very young age.
Yeah,
and that changes you.
That is true. And like, what would it be like being a kid now and having like a Facebook profile or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I didn't have that, so I don't know. People at our school did actually have Facebook. I just didn't get it until I was 15, so I was a late bloomer to Facebook.
I was about the same.
I don't really know what Facebook was like back in the day.
Oh god, some of the posts and Jesus, honestly.
I was so jealous.
Like there's some of the things that I'd post that I'd like just wouldn't ever think of posting shit like that now.
Yeah.
You know.
I did look back on my old shit, and considering I got fucking social media quite late on, I still cringe at half the shit I used to put on there.
But it kind of sets you back a bit because you get into the world, you get all excited about it, you don't really know how to use it properly. Yeah. And you start posting random stuff about your day.
Definitely. Mate, I tweeted once, which I would never do now. This is the stupidest thing I'm basically about to cancel myself. I tweeted once, like, I think it's really selfish that people... I think it's really selfish that people cut themselves why not just donate the blood instead? I don't know what made me think that. That was
what the
awful.
fuck came over you? Oh my god! Somebody hadn't had their cornflakes.
I got rinsed at school the next day.
Christ. I'm not surprised.
And then
fucking that's horrendous.
getting on the bus the next day, all my friends were like, what the fuck did that even mean? And then I was like, yeah, and like people who kill themselves, maybe they should just donate their organs and like to science. I was like, what the fuck happened? Was I such a stupidly shielded child that I just didn't know that was a wrong thing to say?
Oh my god, that's quite funny.
God, it's so. If
like,
anyone ever digs up
killed
that tweet,
themselves, you're like, yeah, why haven't you bought an organ donor card before you've done?
that is, I think I literally said those words.
Oh,
and I don't know what came over me there, but if anyone digs up them tweets, fucking just know that I don't think like that now. Don't cancel me because I've just cancelled myself.
Ahead of the game.
Yes,
ahead
that's
of the
what it
game.
is.
That's it.
Should we just apologise now for anything we've ever said on the internet?
Mate, I've already deleted my Twitter account as well. No, I deleted it because I just put such like raunchy jokes on there.
Your old
was
Twitter
younger.
was great when we were at school.
Bro, it was brutal. It was
funny.
absolutely brutal.
That was
And
so good.
I hit about 18 and I had all these crazy ass tweets I'd done. Like some of them were nuts.
Risky in it. That's why I've considered, since starting Get Lost, I've considered restarting all my socials just in case I said something stupid that I don't remember and don't think of anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly. I literally hit 19 or 18 and I was like, bro, what if I've got to apply for a fucking job? Like, and they see jokes about me nutting on my Twitter.
Like Connor Maynard, no, Jack Maynard, I think it was. Whoever went in I'm a Celebrity in the Jungle, he got taken out about 3 days in because he had tweeted the N-word or a tweet with the N-word in it when he fucking 5 years before, and he got taken out of the Jungle to basically apologize for it and everything like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and.
Oh god.
That was before I think he even had any social media following. That was just like when he was at school. So it makes you worry, like, what the fuck? What you've said on your socials back in the day.
When you were just like retarded, you have to bear in mind that everyone like was retarded
Exactly.
at some point.
And the thing is as
And
well,
still
like,
is. That's with the crew. Like,
things that you said then could have been okay then, but like, or not okay, but like not cancelable, I suppose. But now because the world changes, you've got to go and fucking delete everything.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's worth doing just to save your ass as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, fucking hell. I'm scared about what's on my socials. So I've just basically invited everyone to go and dig up all of my old shit. Christ.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth.
So,
this Zaha stuff's quite interesting.
Yeah, go for it.
So there's a football player called Wilfred Zaha.
Okay.
And this is quite on topic, actually.
Yep.
Because in every Premier League football match, they'd been taking a knee before kickoff. Like, they'd take a knee for like, I think it's like 10 seconds or something.
Okay.
And then kickoff.
Yep.
Right? But he's recently been on a podcast and he's been like, well, what's the point? I'm not going to sit here taking knees the whole time. And he's black, by the way, just to give a bit of context.
What is this? Taking a knee for what?
Just to raise awareness of Black Lives Matter.
Oh, it's Black Lives Matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was saying, like, bro, if I'm going to take a knee, I want to see action. I don't want to see everyone just taking knees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do something about racism, let's not just sit here and talk about it the whole fucking time. Let's actually, make a move.
That's a good point. It's like the clap for the NHS during the first lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, what does that do?
Yeah,
they didn't fucking do anything.
Increase their wage.
Yeah,
increase
help.
their fucking wage. Start clapping on a Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. It's absurd.
If you want to help them out, donate some money or something. Don't just fucking sit there and
Jesus.
clap for them.
Cook them a nice dinner. I don't know.
Like the first clap, yeah, that was okay. It was showing appreciation, but doing it every fucking week for like 2 months.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I remember
like,
sitting
actually something that helps their life rather than
Yeah, exactly. I remember sitting on Xbox and just hearing everyone fucking clapping, and me and like the boys on the Xbox chat, we were just like, fucking shut up. There'd be people in my village honking their horns and everything. God. Anyway, what was Zaha saying?
Zaha just said he's sick and tired of all this talking about Black Lives Matter without there being any genuine change within the industry.
Yeah.
Like, he was talking... There's a big problem in football at the moment with racism in terms of anonymous accounts on Twitter that start tweeting at football players just racist shit.
Really?
Yeah. It's become a serious issue for a lot of players. Like, it's seriously been affecting a lot of players.
I bet it has.
Their lives are being ruined by social media, to a lot of respect. I've had, like... You've seen Granit Xhaka. He seems like a proper tough bloke.
Yeah.
But he's come out and written a post saying, look, you guys got to stop threatening to kill my family.
That's
it's
fucking
slightly
horrible.
out of order, to be honest.
Slightly? That is very out of order.
That is something that I'd be grateful if you'd refrain from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair, I'm surprised that there's not more racism in football. Like, because football gets people so heated that I'm surprised that people don't instantly jump to racism. Like, because...
Yeah. That's the most, like, offensive thing you can really do.
Exactly.
To someone, isn't it? Like, that's what everyone gets hurt by the most, I'd say.
Yeah.
Except for the whole family threat. The family threat's rough.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
That's just, like, I mean, there's no need for any of it. But,
no, there's not really, is it?
to be honest. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, there's a bit of debate in the air as to whether you should shut down anonymous accounts. So people actually are responsible for their tweets.
Yeah, that is...
But then that infringes on the whole, like, human right of, like, you shouldn't have the government tracking your every move. So it's like, it's a bit of a...
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So that's... the point being that Zaha felt this way.
Yeah.
And then he stopped taking the knee. So everyone else in the football pitch is taking the knee, and he just stands there because he's like... And I was like, wow, what a man. Like,
you couldn't do that if you were white,
he's making such a point. Like, it's nuts,
if you
isn't it?
were white, you could not do that. You refused to take the knee. Can you imagine? Fucking Rooney just stands up like, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh, my days. I think it was the Millwall fans that were actually booing their own team for taking the knee.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
God, that's fucking crazy.
Mate, it was nuts. But yeah, it's crazy how him just doing the normal thing now is like the controversial thing.
Yeah.
He's just standing there. He's and I thought it was quite a statement.
That is a good, yeah. It's interesting. I've got a couple of would you rathers for you.
Yeah.
And we're going to see what...
The fucking topic switch here is nuts, by the way. Can I just say, we've gone from deep, like, cultural issue to would you rather.
I thought we'd get a bit more lighthearted. We need some TikToks, mate. We need some TikToks. We need clips. Right.
Just TikToks of us talking about racial inequality. Two white boys, like, sat there just talking about the problems of racism.
We need to market this podcast. We don't need to talk about this fucking controversial shit. God. Okay,
right, anyway.
Would you rather? Okay, here we go. Would you rather have the ability to, like, control, or, like, to copy and paste things, right?
Yeah.
Or to, like, undo things? So, like, Control C, Control V, or Control Z.
I presume not just on my laptop.
No, in life. So, like, if you had one phone, you could copy and paste it and have two phones. Okay, or you can edit and undo. And
you can undo, so you can just delete stuff.
Well, no, like, as in, basically rewind time. So if you fucked up and did something, you could just undo it and then...
Bro, that's way better. That is way better. Like,
yeah.
I mean, copying and pasting stuff would be good, like, with money, especially.
Yeah, money, you'd be rich as fuck.
But the problem would be you'd just have so many £20 notes.
That's a good point. But, like, yeah, copy and pasting, I think that would wear off. Like, the novelty would wear off.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only so far you can really go with it.
Yeah, you could
copying
get
and pasting the moon would be good fun though. Imagine doing it with the moon. You could have like You're like 50 moons.
Just completely cover the sky in moons.
Just
How much do you reckon that'd fuck up the solar
tides,
system?
mate. It would ruin the tides.
It would. All the water would just be
the
floating
oceans
in
would
the
be
air.
a mess. You've seen in Bruce Almighty when it brings the moon a bit closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the tides are just fucked up. Can you imagine if you just duplicated 100 moons?
Mate, that'd be fucking
Bro,
mad.
global warming would happen so much faster. Like,
It would. But like copy and pasting things, you could do good with that. And like
what? Like, oh, you could feed the world. Yeah.
yeah, and you could copy and paste
my
like
God.
fucking trees, get more oxygen about.
Bro, I'd be so fat if I copied and pasted everything.
Yeah.
Like, instantly fat. You know what I mean? Like, I would have a Mars bar and I'd be like,
Could do another.
yeah. And that'd be it.
That is true. I mean, I reckon undoing is better because you could fuck up and then just go back and do it again. You could still make money that way as well, I think.
How?
Buy a lottery ticket. If you didn't get the money,
yeah.
didn't get the numbers, go back and try again. But you can do that now anyway. But
And with betting as well, that'd be ideal.
yeah,
And yeah, but the downside to that is you could mess everything up. And you'd be stuck in a constant time loop of trying to fix something that may be unfixable. So, say you try to kill Hitler at birth, right?
yeah,
For example. And then, you know, you've gone back to like World War II.
yeah,
And you just wait for it all to play out. And then someone else comes and leads the Nazi party. And you're
Yes.
like, oh God. Well, now I've got a problem.
oh fuck,
You go back and do it again.
that's true. And
You're just stuck in a constant time loop of trying to save millions of people, but just
like, if
Everything just
Hitler
going on.
hadn't been about, if someone had killed Hitler at birth, right? Do you think he would have? Like someone else would have come along a bit further on, like maybe 10 or 20 years further on, when there was even more technology and the war would have been even worse, and then the Germans would have just fucking killed everybody because there would have been
quite possibly.
like, if there was a war now, we'd be fucking ruined. If there was a world war, like the world would explode, surely.
Yeah, but it'd just be like a nuclear war. I suppose,
Exactly.
wouldn't it?
So it's probably a good
that's
job
the
that
thing.
we put those Germans in their place.
But it's not even that. It's not even that stopped it. I think it was the Americans on the Japanese.
yeah,
With,
I didn't know that the
Hiroshima.
Americans like saved us in the World War II.
Yeah, they
Or
actually
well,
did
no,
this.
whatever. I didn't know that.
They must have been like so concerned, the Germans that is, when they found out the Americans were coming. Like, it's just so many of them, and they've got a lot of money, and it's just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But they only got drafted in, I think it was like in 42.
Yeah, it was like well late on. And I thought,
Yeah.
I didn't realise that apparently they did that because they didn't have enough fighters. Like, because they didn't have like a US army or something like that. Or a big enough one. So if they sent them in early, then we'd have lost. So they sent them in at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they weren't just like if and button as to whether they should actually do it. They were just
was
biding
just-
their time.
Yeah, they were spent taking the time to train up their army and actually build one. Apparently, I might have just fully fucking made that up. Anyway, next one. Would you rather? Right. Would you rather go to jail for the rest of your life for a crime you didn't commit,
Yeah.
or shoot up a school and get away with it scot-free?
So there's two parts of me that could answer it both sides, to be honest.
Jail for the rest of your life.
At
for
first, I
something
was
you
like,
didn't
it's
do.
obviously I'd go to jail. Because, like, I couldn't shoot a school up, man.
But you don't know these kids, and none of their parents will ever find out it was you either. And you just get off. Nobody in your life even knows it's you.
Yeah, but you still shot, like, do you kill them? Are they dead?
Yeah, not the whole school, but you do like a fair few. Let's say you kill 20 kids in a school.
Nah, bro, I couldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, just because you'd have to live with that. Like,
You'd have to live in jail for the rest of your life, though. Mate, them kids are dead. I'm not being funny, but fuck them. You don't know,
Really?
mate.
What? That's so fucked up.
Mate, go into jail for the rest of your life
Yeah, no, absolutely.
for something you
Bro,
didn't
murdering
do.
children. That's yeah. Like,
And it's a shit jail as well. By the way, it's like Alcatraz.
yeah, you could just kill yourself though.
No, that's not an option because that ruins
You
it.
have to endure the pain
That
of
fully ruins
jail.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like saying, no, you could go shoot up a school, but do it with a fucking paintball gun instead. That just ruins the would you rather.
Because the pain of shooting loads of kids would be... I can't believe we're fucking at this point, but
I know.
if the pain of shooting loads of kids would be so much worse than anything you could go through in jail. 100%.
But we're small.
It's not even close.
We're not exactly like big
You'd have
blokes.
to,
We'd
mate,
get
no matter...
fucking
No,
destroyed
I
in
don't
jail.
think there's any amount of physical pain that could do as much damage as shooting up a school. No amount of physical pain could override the emotional pain of that.
But what if the crime was that you were a child rapist? That was what you got sent to jail for. So everyone outside of jail now thinks you're a child rapist as well. I'm just trying to get you to say that you're going to shoot up a school.
There you are. All right, have you got any more?
I have, yeah.
Okay, I feel like we should move on from that one.
Yeah, okay. Would you rather, or it's not really a would you rather, but it's, you get offered, what should we say, 20 million, right? 20 million pounds outright.
20 million pounds. Right?
No catch, don't even have to pay tax on it, bro, right? But for the rest of your life, there is a snail or a slug or something following you around, and if that slug touches you, then you die.
What about when you're sleeping?
It's still following you. They're slow, aren't they? So you'd have to run a mile every night.
And I presume the slug can swim.
Yeah. The slug will get to you. So if you went to a different country, it will get there eventually.
Okay, but you're given 20 million pounds.
Yeah.
Or the answer is neither of those things happen.
Yeah. You just live life.
Okay.
No, or you will never be rich. You'll just be okay. Like, at the moment, there's a chance that you'll be rich.
Yeah.
But, like, you'll just live a normal life.
Like
living paycheck to paycheck.
You can't ever, like, you'll be working for the rest of your life, essentially.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. You'll be working every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
In a job that you might not like.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd take the slug.
Me
I'd
too.
let that slug follow. I'll get a lead for that slug.
But it's,
You
it's
couldn't,
going
like,
to
trap it
kill
in a
you
box
if
or
it touches you.
anything.
No, you
That's a
can't
good
trap
point.
it. I think I'd
Mate,
take the
I'd
slug,
definitely take the slug.
but
I'd take the slug.
you'd live your life in fucking fear.
Yeah, but, like, how long would it take a slug to get from London to, say, Australia?
See, it would take
I think it's a good bit of time.
the thing is, you can't even really work it out, because you could say, like, oh, it'd take a year, but what if it shows up 6 months into the year? You're fucked. You don't know then where the slug is. You don't have fucking eyes on the slug. You don't know whereabouts in the world it is. It could pop up anywhere.
You have to measure the speed of the slug, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You have to, like, get a timer, get it from one distance to another, work out how fast it's going, and then base your decisions off that, but play it safe still. That's the only way you could deal with the slug chasing you forever.
But then your entire life would just be thinking about this slug.
That is the problem, isn't it? When you go to sleep, like, I'd be terrified to go to sleep.
And what if you go outside, you see a slug on the floor? You'd be living in fear of slugs, and it's not. That might not even be the slug.
That's a very good point.
And there's no telling which one is the slug.
It could be any of them. It could be... You'd have to paint it. You'd have to paint it.
Yeah.
And not let it touch you. If you painted it, maybe you could dye it. Or
But you
give
have
it
to
a
do
little
that
hat.
without getting
some
touched. You
glasses.
just get some spray paint, spray it from a distance. Try and fucking change the colour of the slug. It's a difficult question.
It's a difficult question because it does go through the ocean, so it'd probably wash off.
Yeah.
So it's a good point. Any slug you'd see would be an issue. Mate, that's actually terrifying. That is actually terrifying.
Yeah, I don't. Is it?
Yeah, no,
worth
I think
it?
I'd actually just live a normal life.
I think I'd probably take the slug.
It just drive me insane. It just drive me
You
insane.
would definitely go insane. What else have I got? I've got some more questions. Right, here's one. If you, because this actually happened to me the other day. If you find a lottery ticket on the floor, right,
Okay.
and it is the winning lottery ticket, would you claim it?
Oof. Yeah, definitely. 100%.
What if you see the bloke drop it,
Oh.
and then he
Well,
gets?
That's different.
So you put a face to the lottery ticket.
Oh, bro, I'd give it to him, but I'd be a bit like, yo, bro, I did find this for you. If it wasn't for me,
they
you wouldn't be having
100%
this.
wouldn't give you any money. That's the
They
thing.
would.
I
They
wouldn't.
definitely would. Yeah, you would. You absolutely would.
But I don't even know if it'd be on your brain. Like, if someone just picks up a lottery ticket and goes, "Oh, bro, you dropped this," I'd be like, "Oh, thanks," and then I'd go and claim it later on in the day.
Now that's a good point. But you don't know when you're picking it up that it's going to be the winning lottery ticket, do you?
No. Because I found a lottery ticket on the floor the other day. I picked it up and I scanned it, and it wasn't the winner lottery ticket. But I didn't know what I was going to do if it was.
Wait, were you thinking, like, maybe I should... But how would you locate the person who bought it?
That's the thing, isn't it? The thing was as well with that ticket was that I was there. It was at work, right? And one of my co-workers was also there, but I don't think they clocked it and saw that the ticket was down there. And when they I was saying to myself, if they don't pick it up, when they leave, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to scan it. And then I was thinking, what if it was the winning thing? Would I give some to him? Would I give him any money? Probably not.
That's a good point. Because then you've got the whole issue of, but bro, you should be giving me the whole thing.
Yeah. And
that's the last kind of, and then maybe that becomes a legal dispute, and he's right.
Or do you just snake him out and fucking nick all his money?
You know what I mean? Like if you leave your shoes in the park and then someone takes them, are they still legally your shoes?
I don't know.
Are you still legally allowed to claim them?
That's a good point. Yeah, at what point does, like, rubbish become rubbish? Like, if you throw your fucking... say you throw your laptop away.
Yeah.
Put it in the bin. Like, and someone takes it out of the bin. Can you say that they've stolen your laptop? At what point does it become trash?
Is it when it's outside your house?
I don't know. But
what if it's in the bin inside your house?
These are the hard-hitting questions we ask on Get Lost. I've got another one
I'm
for you.
lost, I'll tell you that.
I've got another hard-hitting question,
All right.
which is a fun
Hit me.
debate. What do you think the biggest animal you could beat in a fight is?
I love that question.
I fucking love it too.
That question is a beautiful question. Because, like, now my brain is circulating through different animals and me beating the shit out
Yeah,
of
just thinking of fucking knocking the lights out of a squirrel and then moving up to a dog and then...
Literally. I've, like, gone from, like, elephant to fox. It's like, somewhere between those. I could definitely take a fox.
Yeah. I think...
The thing with most animals you can kick in the head until they get to a certain height.
That's true. But it's in, like, vicious fight mode as well.
Okay.
Because I was thinking I could probably... I was thinking I could take an Alsatian, like a big dog.
Ooh,
but
you reckon?
But then I forgot how aggressive they are.
Mate, German Shepherds.
I could take my dog.
Yeah. I could take your dog.
Yeah. But German Shepherds and shit, they are fucking vicious.
Mate, German Shepherds are... They're more lethal than a man, unless the man's got a gun.
Do you think... What about a cow? Do you think you could take a cow?
Absolutely not.
Thing
There's
is,
no
with
way in hell I
cows,
could
you
take
can
a cow.
tip them over if they're not expecting it.
But you said they're in aggressive mode.
Yeah, and like, bulls are basically cows, aren't they? And when they're aggressive, if you've seen the fucking way they jump
they're
about.
a nightmare, they are. Yeah. You'd need some sort of weapon for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got to go smaller than a cow then.
Definitely smaller than a cow. Yeah, and certain dogs, like I could take a spaniel, I could take a cockapoo.
Yeah.
I could take a Labrador, I reckon. I could take a Labrador.
Yeah, because even if it bites one of your arms and has like your forearm in a grip, you could still got the other arm because they've only got one mouth, so you could still fucking beat the shit out of it with the other arm.
It's true, and that's their only real attack.
Yeah,
it's not like a cat that's got like teeth and claws.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, cats are quite easy to take.
Yeah, definitely. They're nimble, bro. They're nimble, and that's the thing with cats. They can take a hit.
Yeah, one swift kick to the head and that thing's down, though.
I don't know, bro. Cats have like 9 lives, bro. They have 9 lives.
Oh, that's true. I didn't factor in the 9 lives.
You've only got 1.
What about a zebra?
Bro, no, anything horse-like is out of the question.
Yeah.
That thing turns around and kicks you. That's it. Game over. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. What other animals are there? Pig. You could take a pig, surely.
I'm not convinced.
Or a goat. You could take a goat.
A goat would be a good fight.
That would be a fair match, I think. Because once they like ram you down, don't they? They like fucking sprint and ram you down. But once you dodge that, they're fucked. They hit the wall and then they're fucking dizzy.
Yeah, you'd have to plan it. You know, you couldn't just be in a wide open space. You'd have to plan for there like to be a boulder behind you.
Yeah.
Just like treat it like a bull in one of those
Spanish,
Spanish things. But you know, this is such a big question actually that the Romans actually decided to figure out.
What?
Didn't they? They had the Colosseums.
Did they used to fight animals in Colosseum?
Yeah, they used to have animals, and they used to like import animals from like different countries. Like, they used to get lions in.
I would fucking love to watch that.
Same, to be honest. I can see why they found it entertaining, but it would be kind of mad watching someone get ripped apart by a lion in front of you.
Yeah.
But we have to remember that is something they all did, which is mad.
Nuts, isn't it? It's nuts.
Like, that's our ancestors.
Like, we can watch a film where that happens in the film, but it's not as exciting because the stakes aren't as high. You know that's just an actor and a fake lion.
And even, like, films are quite sensitive about it nowadays.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they created actual buildings to facilitate this.
Just to watch people get ripped apart.
And just to watch them rip each other apart as well. Like everyone loves a fight, but like they'd actually watch them kill each other. Like nowadays, you had a boxing fight, right? Mike Tyson's in a fight, right?
Yep.
You see Mike Tyson kill the man, everyone's a bit like, oof.
Yeah, there's a
but
lawsuit.
back in the day,
Everyone's
that was their jam.
Now.
That was their shit.
Yeah. Mate, they had more exciting lives.
Bro.
I've got one last question for you before we head off. This is going to be a debate, I have a feeling. Who do you think the greatest musician of our generation is? Like, from... not so much just our age, but in our lifetime. I'm not counting people like Michael Jackson because they were out of their prime.
Yeah, someone that was in their prime while we were still...
Yeah, while we can remember it.
With a relative standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know who you're going to say.
You think I'm going to say Kanye, don't you?
I think there's an argument for Kanye.
I think there's an argument for Kanye too, obviously
But I think there's an argument against him as well. And that is, I think, for someone like me...
Yeah.
He's not as big of a musician star, music fucking artist.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't name you more than like 2 Kanye songs, I don't think. Whereas I
could play you 10 different Kanye songs and you'd recognise them all instantly.
Yeah, possibly. But I think he's more of an influencer. Like, he's more of just like a personality than a musician, I think. And that's what he's known for. But for actual music...
He's had the amount of sales in his album will be high. Yeah,
they will, obviously they'll be high. And like, that's why I'm saying there's an argument for him. But I'm thinking... He's... I don't know. I can't imagine people in like their 40s know many Kanye songs.
Right. Okay, so you're saying he appeals to certain demographics.
Yeah, and people who
and I
like
think
that
that's a valid
genre.
point. That's a valid point.
Whereas
Who do
someone,
you reckon it is?
well, I think Ed Sheeran has got to be up there.
I was thinking that as well. I was worried you were going to say Taylor Swift for a second.
No, that's more America, I think. I think Taylor Swift is quite fucking huge. Well, she obviously is in America, but here she's not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Ed Sheeran's up there, but maybe we've just got our English glasses on.
Possibly. Beyonce's up there. She had Destiny's Child.
I think you might have got it.
Beyonce, yeah.
I think that might be it. Honestly, I couldn't think of anyone bigger than Beyonce. When Beyonce did, was it Coachella that she did? Where she headlined it and just absolutely killed it on the pyramid stage?
Yeah. Beyonce's definitely got to be up there.
Was it Glasgow? I don't know. I think it was Coachella.
What about... Alright, what about One Direction? Because they were like as big as the Beatles.
One demographic.
For their...
one demographic. They got white girls. Yeah, that's their jam.
But
name-wise... to everyone. Everyone loved Beyonce.
Yeah.
Anyone you will ever meet loves Beyonce. Always One Direction, they look quite universally hated.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's another one, actually.
He's also hated. He's also hated. You know what I mean? Like, he's an icon, yeah, but I wouldn't say he's the greatest icon of our generation.
No.
I'd say, like... Ed Sheeran's definitely up there. Like, no one doesn't really like Ed Sheeran that much. But Beyonce is just, like, likeable. She made the best music.
Yeah, thing is with Ed Sheeran is he, like, fucking revolutionized the loop pedal. Like, the way he uses that on stage, like, no one fucking does it like he does. He builds the song while he's on the stage.
He's unbelievably talented.
Yeah. So he's got... I think, yeah, we've got Beyonce up there, and then probably Kanye and Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, of our generation, I'm trying to think, like, who's been big. Like, who's, like, consistently been at the top of the charts and on everyone's playlist. Adele's been big.
Adele has been big. What about DJs?
Oh, mate, Calvin Harris. It's got to be Calvin Harris or David Guetta.
Yeah, both. Yeah, you are right. Both very big. Especially Calvin Harris is on every fucking song for like the space for about a 5-year period. He was on every single song.
Mate, he's featuring everyone, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And David Guetta solved racism as well.
What?
Did you not see it?
No. What happened?
He solved it.
Did he? How did he do that?
He got up before one of his sets and went, "This one's for George Floyd's family."
Oh, what a legend!
And started playing this really like upbeat beat. And honestly, it plays as the most ridiculous video you've ever seen. I swear to God, you have to see this video. It's like when you're sending condolences to someone's family, you don't want to be following it up with dance music.
Oh shit! I've just thought of one.
What?
Eminem.
Ooh.
Eminem's got to be high.
Ooh, he's high.
Because the thing is, we don't have like a Michael Jackson or a Queen of our generation that like is universally liked by everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Beyonce. Literally Beyonce, bro. She's got it all.
Nobody hears a bad word about
Beyonce. She married like one of the biggest rappers in the game. Her children are in every fucking magazine.
Yeah, Beyonce's fucking high up there.
She's got her own dance that people know her for.
Yeah, well then. Should we end it there and go to the questions?
Yeah.
Big up Beyonce, if you're listening, babe.
Sorry for that one, Beyonce.
Weren't we, like, one of our earliest episodes, I swear we, like, were ripping into Beyonce for something. For absolutely no reason.
I can't remember.
And Bristol as well. I remember fucking ripping into.
No, it was Taylor
Bristol.
Swift. It wasn't.
Oh,
Beyonce.
was it Taylor Swift?
It was Taylor Swift. You took random shots at Bristol Taylor Swift, and it was so out of order.
I know.
It was like, I can't remember. It was like we're just mid conversation. You just started being like, "Yo, I hate you, Bristol."
I remember that. Yeah, just out of nowhere. What's the
He's
point?
not even been to Bristol. You don't know what it's about.
I know. This feels like a different life ago. Like it was so long ago. It's only 6 months, but we've done this for so many fucking episodes now.
Hey, honestly. But yeah. So let's switch over to the questions game.
Let's do that.
So today's scene is you're at Glastonbury. You're about to walk on stage.
Yep.
I'm one of the backstage crew, and I'm like, bro, you forgot your trousers.
Oh no.
All right. And it's the conversation between the two.
This is a conversation that follows the line, bro, you forgot your trousers.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I'm ready. In character. Where are they?
Should I know where your trousers are?
Didn't you take them off me?
Are you flirting with me right now?
Have you told anyone?
Aren't you supposed to be on stage in less than 2 minutes?
Does that really matter?
Do they even want to see you perform?
Would it make a difference if I was wearing no trousers?
Why don't you just perform it without trousers?
Do you think they'd enjoy that?
Who's in the crowd?
Isn't your mum there?
Has anyone thrown a bra on stage?
Why do you want it?
Couldn't you wear that?
On my legs?
Do you have anything else to cover your legs?
Well, didn't you steal my trousers?
Oh, why are you blaming me?
Wasn't it you?
Wasn't it him?
Wait, bro, why'd you steal my trousers?
Yeah, bro, why did you steal his trousers?
And scene. Oh, we're actually getting quite good at this question.
Mate, that was alright. That was alright. I'm gonna
I think 71
suck
episodes
my own
in,
dick there a bit, but that was that was pretty good.
We're getting better.
Thank you everyone for listening and watching, or however you're consuming this. But I just hope you have a good day, a good week, and just don't forget to get lost.